want her to notice what I don't notice. Space between us now, it's just like miles. And I've owned...
Well, g'day everyone, welcome back to Getting Naughty Adventures. Well, back to home, and it's back to the normal daily grind, going to work. And so today, what I'm going to do is, this is my DRZ 400, and there's a lot of videos on changing the vent pipe from the carby, because when these bikes go through water crossings, when it's anything over this high here, you see that there, it gets a vapor lock and pretty much it just sucks the carby dry and the bike stops. So I'm going to reroute this pipe all the way up to the top and then bring it all the way at the front. So we're going to take it up into here. That way it will give us like a good crossing depth, you know, like you can get up to probably about yay high. That's more than enough. I'm not going to do that, I reckon. So, but anyway, it's just a short video, simple fix, easy to do. Plenty of people have done it on YouTube as well, so if you don't follow this one too good, mate, just search it. There's plenty of guys out there that do it. But anyway, well, let's get stuck into it. Jesus, looks like someone's stolen my tyres. Hey, rocks. Hey, yeah. Okay, let's get into it. Well, I thought I'd do something different, so I'm going to do a voiceover on this episode. So as you can see, I'm just taking off the seat and taking off the plastics where the airbox is. To do this modification, you've got to take that whole fuel tank off. So undo the fuel lines like what I'm doing just there. It's just one clip with a pair of multi-grips. Slide it over. It's a little bit hard to move that piece of pipe, so just a little tiny flathead screwdriver, you can sort of just wiggle at the back. Make sure your fuel cock's turned off. It'll only drip like maybe 2 or 3 drips. That's it. So you need to undo your sides here, so get these removed, take them off. Pretty easy. I'm pretty sure it was an 8mm socket. Undo the tank strap. So there's a tank strap right where my hand is, just there, so it's just plastic. You undo it. So underneath the fuel tank there's like a little bolt just holding it in underneath, so you can just get it through there with your socket set. Now I found this handy to remove the actual left hand radiator. So undo the nuts here and there, because what it does, it actually gives you that freedom to move that radiator back a little bit, because the top radiator hose gets in the way of trying to get to that bolt underneath the fuel tank. So I just found, just undo it all, just let it sit there, and you can push it across, and then once you get both those bolts underneath the fuel tank removed, the tank just comes up nice and easy. A little bit firm, but it just comes up nice and easy. So you can see just a bit of a wiggle. Done. It's all removed. So on the top of the cubby there, right where my hand is now, you actually find a little T-piece. And it's like the old, I don't know, like the old air systems they had on fish tanks, where they actually had little tubes. So you see this little T, and both those lines head down to the bottom of the bike. What you want to do is find that T, take the line that's up on the top of that T, and that's the line that you're going to be pulling through all the bike. Now there is a couple of clips on the way down, but I was lucky enough on my bike that there was just enough room I could slide them up very carefully and pull them all the way through the bike. So you can actually see me just pulling the line nice and gently all the way through. can get a little bit stubborn, so just grab a little pair of pliers, needle tip, just slide it as you're going, so nice and gentle, and then you can see how it's all coming out now. So that actually fell off the tee, it did, but just put it back on, push it back on, and you can see roughly where I've put it now is where I'm going to be taking that line for the breather. So that side of the carb is done. On the other side, you've got a mirror image, exactly the same. So it's the same process. Do it again, pulling it through, see I'm slowly pulling it out, get up to a spot, then I can pull it through and transfer it across. It's a very simple thing to do this, and very, very basic. So just watch the YouTube clips, do it yourself. This is exactly the same as me, so it doesn't take that long at all. Just do your research and stop the video, have a look, redo it. So along the top here, you can see where I've run on the right hand side. You can see that purpley tube, that's one vent going up. I've reused the actual zip ties that's on the bike, so put those on, but I've also put a few more up on the top just to keep it nice and tight and snug, so when the tank goes on there's no issues. Another thing is like when I'm working on the bike like this, I had the wheels off because I was getting them changed, so they were down at the bike shop. I actually just put in the tie straps up the top there, so that way if it did knock it off the stand or something silly, at least it holds the bike up. It's so much easier to just get that stand back underneath and lift it back up, so it comes in handy if you can do that. So all the lines are run, zip ties are on. I've actually trimmed them at the very front as well where the radiator is, so those two vent lines just drop pretty much in front of the radiator there, and I've just cut them off, so there's a bit of excess. But you go back through the same process, fuel tank back on, doing up all the bolts underneath, put your tyre strap back on, start doing all your plastics as well, get those back on, make sure everything fits, it's nice and firm and tight as well. Oh, you got to watch out for the site supervisor, that was Roxy. There you go, so we're putting the seat back on, doing the final thing, then putting the final plastics back on, and it's as easy as that. Save yourself some money, you don't have to take it to the bike shop, it's a raining day, just drop in and it's done forever now. So you see, like, you might be able to see here from the GoPro, but there's little lines just in there, yep, that purple line. So there's the vents, so that's how I dropped them down, and I had them pointed down as well, but that's all, thank you.
I want her to notice what I don't notice. Space between us now, it's just like miles.